everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well, and today's video is about the lasting impression people have of you. So what is that version of you that sticks with people long after you've distanced yourself from them? So for this reading, I've got 3 piles for you to choose from. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. So you guys can now take a moment and see which pile or piles you're most drawn to, and after you've selected your pile, there are timestamps in the description box below which you can use to jump ahead to reading to see exactly what is people's last impression of you. So let's get straight into it. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. Let's see what's your lasting impression on people. So we have 6 of Pentacles in reverse, 9 of Cups, Death, 9 of Wands, and 5 of Cups. Okay, so all right, so which version of you, pile 1, sticks with people? Okay, so with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like one thing people really, I don't know if they love this about you, or it's just something that they think is true about you, is that they think that you're very generous to the point where sometimes, you help people or you give people without keeping anything for yourself. If somebody comes and asks you for some money, asks you to lend them some money, or asks you for a loan, you, even if you don't have the money, pile 1, you would never turn anyone away. You would always help them out, even if you get into some trouble, even if you get into a financial crunch, even then you would be willing to help the other person out, because maybe somewhere you understand what the person needs or how desperate they are, but you are always ready to help people, especially when it comes to financial matters. You don't even look out for yourself when you're doing that. So oftentimes what happens is that you end up giving more to people than you keep for yourself, and that also troubles you as well. At the end of the day, you for some of you guys might even regret helping that person out in the first place, because you were like, I shouldn't have given them all of what I had. I should have just kept a bit for myself. But, this is what people think. Maybe they saw you helping somebody out. They witnessed that where you did not care about yourself. You did not care about your security. You were ready to help the other person out with the money, and you gave all that you had to help that person out. So somewhere people also admire that, but then some people also get worried about you, because this thing might have happened only once, pile 1, something like this where you gave everything you had to someone else. This might have only happened once, but with people, right? Only once is enough, right? That becomes like a lasting impression on people. So even if you're just watching this and you're like, no, that only happened one time, it's not like I do this all the time. But according to people, that's the impression that they have of you, that you are generous to a fault, you are helpful to a fault, where you don't even care about yourself and you're ready to help other people out. On the other hand, with the 9 of Wands here, this also talks about, and also with the 5 of Cups, this tells me that some people are aware of how strong and brave and extremely courageous you are, pile 1, and these people are the ones who have kind of witnessed the problems you have been through in your past. These people were there with you, watching, or they witnessed you going through a difficult time, and according to those people, pile 1, you are incredibly strong and courageous, because they know that. And oftentimes I feel like with this 5 of Cups, I feel like people often think about your life, think about your past and how much trouble you have endured, and that's the whole thing. That's why they admire the fact that you were so strong. And sometimes if they're going through some problems, they often think of you and they take inspiration from you, that if pile 1 could handle so much, why can't we do the same? So people often kind of want to have your courage They desire the same kind of a bravery that you showed in the face of adversity. So people really have this opinion that in the past you were super courageous, super, you were afraid, but at the same time you did not give up. You weren't just like, no, I'm too scared to take the next step, I'm just going to sit here and not do anything. You took that step, whether you did it for yourself, whether you did it for your loved ones, whatever the case may be. But the point is that you took that step. You stepped forward despite the obstacles standing in your way. You went for what you wanted, sorry. And because of that, now if you are successful, pile one, a lot of people also kind of view you as a super successful person. According to you, you might not be that successful, but I feel like a lot of people have witnessed your victories as well. Maybe just similarly the way people have kind of witnessed your difficult times. There have been a lot of people who have witnessed your victory. So according to them, you're always the winner, Maybe they are the people who come to your house and just stare at your award closet or something, award shelf, if you have any of that, any such thing, where you have this place dedicated to all the awards you won. If you have something like that, people really just come and stare at that portion of the house, and all they think is that you are super successful because you are always winning. You're always victorious in whatever you do. You always win because your awards might not be just of one thing. They might be from different events pertaining to different activities. So because of that, people are like, pile one can do anything. Pile one is capable of so much. And they also kind of think that, you are confident and you know exactly what your talents are. You are this awakened person who knows what they can do and what they cannot do. So some people really view you as a super successful person, super confident. And I'm also getting this vibe that some people don't like that confidence, because those people are insecure, pile one. They are insecure. They are, they could never, like, they haven't gotten the success that you have, according to them, So they don't like that you're confident in yourself. Or maybe it's just that you're a confident person in general. That's the aura you project whenever you are out. Maybe you might be feeling low on confidence on the inside, but on the outside you project this air of confidence that people around you, they believe that you're super confident. So obviously when there are going to be people around you who are not so sure of themselves, they are going to have a problem with your confidence, with the way you interact with the world. But that's not on you, so don't blame yourself for it. It's up to them how they think, right? So anyway, but there are people who really view you as a successful, confident person, even if there's that slight twinge of envy and resentment. There might be that as well, because people want what you have, pile one. They definitely want that. So when they look at you, they are reminded of all the things that they don't have. I don't know why people think like that when it comes to you, but they really do feel that when they look at you, they think that you have everything, and they look at all the things that they wanted but they don't have, and those are the things that you have. Maybe some people envy your lifestyle, maybe some people just envy your career, your journey of life, whatever it is. But there is just something that people think that, if they could take it from you, they would. They would. On the other hand, with the death card here, so this also tells me that pile one, when it comes to you guys leaving an impression on people, it's like you really open people's eyes to the world. Okay? And this is not some itty bitty tiny energy. This is some intense, powerful stuff. And when you shift a person's perspective, it jerks them around. It really kind of shakes them up, because that is something, you're essentially shaking a person's foundation and their belief system. So when you're doing that, and you do that, I feel like you have the capability. Maybe you do it intentionally, maybe you do it unintentionally, but somewhere you're able to change people's perspective. So a lot of people owe they're like, I feel like whoever you've come across, you have brought some change into their lives. Good change, bad change, that depends on people. That depends on how they perceive it. But every time you come across someone, you talk to someone, you say something, you do something with your actions, with your words, you end up changing their perspective. Now, this, for example, it could be that you come across a person who have been through a breakup recently. Okay, just an example. They've been through a breakup and they think that that love doesn't exist, and they're firmly set on that. They firmly believe that love is nothing but a myth, nothing but an illusion. But when they come to you, when, like, if you're talking to them, all of it, and once you guys are done, they would start to believe in love once again. I don't know what you would have told them, but that's the kind of change you're bringing in. You're shifting the people's perspective, pile one. And sometimes it could be very jarring for people because they weren't expecting that. But at the same time, and when people think about you, they often go like, oh my gosh, pile one was a person who changed my perspective about that particular thing. They did that, not anybody else. All right, we have Two of Swords, Two of Wands, Page of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and Temperance in reverse. Okay. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to money matters, pile one, I feel like you guys have been through some loss. And those are if there were people around you during that time to witness that, that's what they kind of think about. They really do think that, you should keep more of a balance when it comes to your finances. That's what people think, okay? They think that you should manage your finances better. Some people also kind of, like if you're someone who likes to shop a lot, you like to buy a lot of things, you like to spend money. Some people kind of, think that you're a spendthrift, that you spend too much. You shouldn't be doing that. You should, have your emergency fund ready. You should have your all sorts of, you need to have money you need to have like backups when it comes to your finances. Because when you help people out, or sometimes, people take advantage of your kindness as well. If you help somebody out with a bit of money, next time they're going to come back to you and they're going to ask you for more and then more, and until you have nothing left to give. And then that person will just pretend as if they have no clue who you are and just leave you and abandon you. And golf, I hope that doesn't happen to you guys, but I feel like, that's how people treat you. They take advantage of your kindness. And if you help somebody out with finances, then it's like, you're the only person they can think of who can give them money. Like they have nobody else all of a sudden. So so people kind of, I don't know, some people really worry about you in terms of that, because they have seen the betrayal you faced in terms of money, the way people have taken money from you and just left you out for the cold. Some people literally maybe it was a matter of inheritance, and people just stole, like the people, your family members or something, or the people around you, they kind of just stole your inheritance, and you were left with nothing. You had to make your own way in this world. So maybe that is why, some people really consider you a success, because despite the obstacles standing in your way, despite what people did to you, you did not give up. You did not just go around throwing a pity party wherever you went. No, you were like, okay, people have done this to me. What can I do about it, So you got back up despite the pain, despite all that you were suffering from, you, because there's this bandage on this skull's head. So that's why I was just like, you guys might have been in so much pain and hurting, and you just wanted to rest, but you did not. You got back up and you fought your way through life and you came out on top. So that's why I'm getting this message that a lot of people, they take inspiration from you, pile one. They take inspiration from you when they're feeling down, when they want to give up on their life, their dreams. They think of you, and then they get that courage to stand back up and go for whatever it is that they want in life. So I just hate that this happened to you. If this happened to you, pile one, I hate that, and I hope, and if this hasn't happened to you, I hope it doesn't. I really pray it doesn't happen to you, because nobody deserves this kind of treatment. But anyway, people just really think that, just you should manage your finances a little better. Then we have Two of Swords. This kind of tells me that some people really view you as this closed off person. These could be the people who just met you like once in their life. And obviously you might not be someone who just opens up to people all of a sudden. You might be very quiet. You just like to keep to yourself. You don't like to talk to people you don't know much. Sometimes you don't even talk to new people at all, like not even a peep, nothing. So for those kind of people, or maybe it's just the people that, you take time to trust people, you take time to open up to people. But the thing is that sometimes people just don't want to take the time to wait for a person to open up. If they think that you're not opening up right now, then they don't even bother with you, and they just make up their mind about you. So I feel like for those kind of people, you are a very closed off a person. People think that, there's no getting through to you. Some people might even say that you're stubborn, because no matter what they say, you do whatever it is that you want to do. You don't listen to them. You don't pay attention to them. You don't get influenced by people. Some people really have this opinion about you. And also with the Two of Wands here, some people, one thing is that people really think that you have a bright future ahead of you, pile one. A very bright future ahead of you, because this is like Nine of Cups here, and then we have Two of Wands here. So people, if they think about you, like, for example, there's someone you met in your past, and that was like a long time ago, right? And if that person's thinking about you right now, when it's been years and you both are living your own lives, that person will be like, I bet pile one is super successful at this point in life. They are doing really well. Like, that's what they think, because your impression, the lasting impression that you made on them, was one of success. Now when they're thinking of you, they're just like, oh yeah, pile one has a bright future ahead of them. I'm sure they're the CEO of some big company out there, or they're super happy in their lives because they worked so hard to get what they want, and they helped people out, so the universe would obviously be helping them out. So people have these opinions of you, and they really think that you are doing really, really well in life. Then we have a Page of Swords here. This coupled with the Death card, I just really feel that your words are super transformative. Maybe it's now that this card is here, I really do feel that when it comes to you bringing a change in people's lives, it is less through your actions and more through your words. It's like you know exactly what to say to people, the right thing to say, to make that impression. So that's why people are like, pile one's words have changed my life. All right, so then, we have change. We were just talking about this. We have Thunder Moon. We have a change. We also have the number, 35 over here. Okay, then we have self-reflection. And we have resilience. So resilience is all about, the Nine of Wands, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. That's why people they take that inspiration from you, because they were like, pile one was so resilient in their pursuits of life. Life threw so much at them. Life made them go through so many challenges, yet they came out on top. Despite the hardships they faced, they still kind of, rose above all of that. So people definitely get inspiration from that. You inspire a lot of people, pile one, wherever you go. You inspire, and if somebody hears your story, it's one of resilience, it's one of confidence, it's one of, like you guys can see with the self-reflection card, this person's holding hands with pretty much the same person, right? With themselves. So you held on to yourself. You did not lose yourselves to the problems of the world, because that's what happened. When problems come in a person's life, a lot of times people just lose themselves. They forget who they are. They forget what they loved, what they enjoyed doing. People just forget all of that. But you did not. You used you took your strength and you made it your weapon. You relied on yourself, and you chose to be independent. You chose to be strong, pile one. And people take a lot of inspiration from. That's why they're like pile one was so strong, and I'm pretty sure they might even teach their children that if they have kids, they'll be talking about you all the time, that I knew this person, like I knew pile one, and their story was like this, and they came out on top, they did everything to achieve success. So they might be telling their stories about you, pile one, just so their children can be strong and rise above and become successful like people believe you are. And then we have change here. So according to people, maybe you have been through a lot of change in life, but yet you still manage to keep a hold on yourself, and make sure that you are constantly reflecting upon your action. And the thing is, that's the whole thing. When you reflect upon your actions, pile one, you are able to kind of fix different things. You're able to kind of improve upon yourself. So that's the whole thing, where this is like less about you changing completely and more about you changing in a way that you're improving yourself. On the other hand, same thing. You have changed people's lives with your words, with your stories, whatever it is. But people definitely remember you, pile one. All right. So this is all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what kind of a lasting impression you leave on people. Okay, so we have 4 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, the High Priestess in reverse, 5 of Pentacles, and 9 of Swords. Okay, first of all, pile 2, let me tell you, with this 9 of Pentacles and 4 of Cups here, people are greatly inspired by you, and they really envy you. You guys can see all the green here, right? And green is the color of envy in typical, symbolism and all of that. So this really tells me that when it comes to you guys, people think that you have the best of the best. You might not. You might just be using the regular stuff like everybody else does. But people think that, you always wear branded clothes, you always wear, good makeup, or you have the best quality shoes, whatever it is. People think that you always buy the best and you can afford the best. So there is like a whole lot of envy. I just feel like whenever people see you, you are dressed really well, or you look really different, and you stand out amongst the crowd. Okay, so people automatically kind of just start assuming that you would be coming from a very affluent background, or you're just earning really well, or you're doing really well in your career. And they also think that you have all the comforts and luxuries of life. So people really want what you have, first of all. That is the one thing. And every time people just think about you, they think of you in that moment when they first saw you, when you were all dressed up, when you were like, even if you weren't dressed up, even if you were just dressed casually and everything, but the way you carry yourself, the way you with your aura and everything. So even if you're wearing like casual clothes, even if you're just wearing a pair of sweatpants and a sweatshirt and everything, even then people would think that that is those are some expensive sweats, those are some expensive clothes you got from some fancy brand or something. That's what people would think. You might be like, oh no, I just got it from like the local store near my house, nothing special. But people don't believe that. They just think that you can always afford the best. So whenever I feel like whenever people are trying to manifest something, pile 2, they kind of visualize your life, because they're like, okay, this is the kind of life I want, the kind of life pile 2 has. They have no clue about the situations you have been through, the good, the bad, the ugly. Nobody knows that about your life. What people know, they think that that's the truth for them. So whenever they're just thinking, when they're trying to manifest something, they want what you have. And the thing is that when they don't get that, because everybody's life is different, everybody's meant for different things, the universe is not going to give the same thing to everyone. That's just, that will make this whole world very boring. So obviously when they don't get that, because they don't have your life, they're often kind of disappointed, and they often realize that, reaching your level might either be too difficult or just downright impossible. So that is like a one thing that the kind of impression you leave on people. On the other hand, we have a Five of Pentacles and the High Priestess in reverse. So this all tells me that you guys have been through some serious stuff. Okay, and we also have Nine of Swords here, but we're just going to talk about these two right now. So these cards are kind of telling me that some people really think that, people don't treat you right. When they think of you, like for example, there's somebody thinking of you a few years down the line, they're looking back and they think of you, they would really feel as if, you weren't treated fairly, whatever the situation was. People really think that you deserved better. And some people really believe that maybe these are the people who truly love you, pile 2, but they think that you deserve nothing but the best. And the fact that you don't get it, this means that, some people kind of cheating you, some people lying to you, betraying you, abandoning you whenever you really needed them, whenever you needed help, nobody is ever there for you. So when people are kind of thinking, they're just always like, pile 2 is so generous, they're so kind and loving, and they help everybody out, but when it comes to them, nobody is there for them. So some people kind of get angry over that, but some people will just kind of, sympathize, because that's all they can do. Not that, I know if you're like, no, I don't need their pity. I know you don't, but that's the only reaction that they can give, because they cannot do anything else to help you, right? So, but they really kind of think of all the injustices that kind of happen to you and how it shouldn't have. Now, this injustice could come in the form of, the universe testing you, or it could come in the form of, people, treating you unfairly. So that's the whole thing. But whatever it is, whether it's the universe doing it or the people, these people who are thinking about you, they really think that you didn't deserve any of that. Like, you didn't do anything to deserve this kind of treatment. On the other hand, some people would, I feel like with this High Priestess is in reverse, because this card upright, it talks about spirituality and all of those things. So with this card being in reverse right next to the Nine of Pentacles, this also tells me that some people really think that, you're really grounded in this world, like you're all about the luxury. Some people might even kind of think that, because like I'm saying, there's some envy going around, okay? So some people would be like, pile 2 is so materialistic, they always just buy the most expensive stuff they can think of, or they can get their hands on, whatever they can afford. They will always manage to buy the fancier stuff and the higher quality stuff. So people just think that you're kind of cut off from spirituality, even though that is clearly not the case. I can clearly see that, because I just feel like you have such a strong connection with the universe, pile 2, that you're able to co-create with the universe. You're able to manifest things faster. But according to people, because they don't know you as well, right? Unless they're super close to you and everything, and they know about these kind of things. Other people don't know you, but what they do see is you living a good life, you living a comfortable life. It might not be super luxurious, but according to those people, it might be luxurious, and they might be just like, they always just buy the best. Pile 2 is always just shopping and buying new things. They're a magnet for money. But the thing is that people just think that you're not as spiritual as they kind of expected. But that's just their perception. It's not like that just because they think that you're not spiritual doesn't mean that you're not spiritual, right? Then we have a Nine of Swords here. So I feel like this is something that, the people around you, your close friends, your family, this is something that really makes them feel, or some people, it could be some strangers as well, because everybody has different perception. Everybody understand things in a different manner. So with this Nine of Swords coming up, I feel like some people really kind of, whenever they're thinking of you, they think of how anxious you are. Some people really feel as if, you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, pile 2. And Another thing, they just hate that. They don't want that to happen to you. They want you to be in this Nine of Pentacles energy where you're content, where you have the best, you have all the luxuries and comforts of life. That's what these people want. But I feel like there are people who kind of think that you're dealing with too much. You're burdening yourself with a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of problems that other people don't even care about. So yeah, so whenever they think of you, they're just like, pile 2 is so anxious, they are dealing with so much, they're always stressed about something, then and they shouldn't be, because we are there for them. Maybe you guys think that you're all alone and you have to deal with everything alone, because maybe you have dealt with people leaving you at the last moment, when you really needed them. That's when they just chose to walk away from you. So maybe that's why you're just like, I have to do everything by myself, I cannot ask for help. But there are people who are just like, I wish pile 2 would ask us for help, because we are ready to help them, we want to help them. But since you don't, since you take on all the tasks, all the responsibilities on your shoulders, and people can see that, you're stressed, that there is a lot going on inside of you. And I just feel like people just want to help you, but I feel like you're just someone who has a difficult time asking people for help. So let's see what else we have for you. We have 8 of Pentacles. Okay. 10 of Cups. See, I told you guys, people want what you have. I feel like some people are just obsessed with your career, and they really wish they could have your job, whatever job that is. 9 of Cups. Okay, wow. The Magician. And 5 of Wands. Okay. Wow, this is some powerful energy here. Okay, I'm just gonna cover this. All right. Anyway, so 8 of Pentacles, like I was saying, some people are obsessed with your career, pile 2. Whatever it is that you do. It could be a glamorous, interesting career, or it could be your everyday thing, right? But whatever it is, people are like, maybe because that's why people think that you have a lot of money, because you're doing so well in your career, in your profession. So maybe they're like, okay, we want to be where pile 2 is in terms of their career. They want to be at your position so that they can earn as much as you earn, or so they can have like all the luxuries of life. Because I feel like when you're at a higher post, you get more perks and stuff, right? So people want those perks as well, and they're just like, and they also think that with the 8 of Pentacles here, pile 2 people clearly think that you're very hardworking as well. The envy part is there. I just told you that they want what you have. They wanna, if they could switch lives with you, they would. They would. People would do that. But they also think that you're very hardworking and you deserve the success that you have gotten. Yes, they envy you, but they don't want to steal. Like, they don't think that your success is undeserving. People don't think that. They think that, yeah, because pile 2 worked hard, they did not give up, they continued to do whatever it is they could, and that is why now they are living a good life, because they did so well in their career. They worked hard, they did not slack around, so they're getting the reward for that. On the other hand, with this 10 of Cups here, yep, and 9 of Cups. Yeah, strong energy. Like, I'm just getting some vibes that whenever people think of you, they think of you as this person who is blessed, who's abundantly blessed. That's how people think of you. They really think that you have the best of the best. And the universe keeps on providing you with the best. Some people also be like, why can't the universe bless us the way the universe blesses pile 2? That 4 of Cups is coming through again, because you have everything, like, according to people, that if it's your personal opinion that you think that, you don't have everything yet. I pray that you do, first of all, but according to people, you have it all. Okay. So, excuse me, 10 of Cups and 9 of Cups. So yeah, people are just like, Pile 2 has everything. They have all the happiness in the world. They have all the comforts and luxuries of a life. Whatever they wish for, they get it. It's so easy for them to get it. Like I was saying, you might have a really strong connection with the universe, that it's easy for you to kind of manifest your reality, because and maybe because you've been doing it for quite some time, trying to manifest things for yourself. And obviously when like there's a time for everything according to the universe, right? The universe will give people whatever they want at a certain time, right? So maybe it is your time when people were just watching you and they were just like, oh, Pile 2 has everything. I wish I could have their life. I wish I could have their luck, their destiny, because they're so happy. Their future is so bright. They have no problems whatsoever. Yeah, if people actually understood you, if they actually knew you, they wouldn't say that, Pile 2. So also with the Nine of Cups, people think that you are like you're super successful, and whatever you do, you are victorious in that, and you have won a lot of. And I feel like with this Nine of Cups here, I feel like people think that you are this successful person. Or some people might also, because this is 10 of cups and then 9 of cups coming here, so this is kind of giving me the vibes that your wealth, kind of, you have this generational wealth essentially, right? That's what people think, that you are rich and successful because your family and your ancestors were like super rich and successful. Little do they know, you're the one doing all the hard work, right? And making a good life for yourself. But some people really have this opinion that it's because of your family, your ancestors, that you have it all. But they also think that if people are aware of how hard you work and how sincere you are to your work, they would understand that all the success, all that you have been able to accomplish, it is because of your own hard work. So some people also kind of take inspiration from you, Pile 2, that they want to be as hardworking so that one day they could be at your level. People definitely want to be at your level. On the other hand, with this Magician card here, this tells me that according to people, another thing is that according to people, you can do anything, literally anything. There's no limit to your talents. There is no limit to your capability, because the Magician is all like, I can do whatever I want. I can create my own reality. That's why people think that Pile 2 is so good at manifesting. We also want the same thing for like, they want the same thing for themselves. But on the other hand, with the Magician here, some people really think that you have magically turned your life around despite the problems you have faced. You have managed to turn your life around. You did not give in to the problems. You did not succumb to those problems and lived your life in a defeated manner. No, you got up, you worked hard, you focused on yourself and your goals, and you didn't stop until you achieved it all. So yeah, some people really think that you have you are gifted in some way or another, that you are blessed with multiple talents, and like I'm saying, they wish they could have that. With this Five of Wands and this Nine of Swords here, some people are definitely aware of all the demons you battle, Pile 2. They're aware of all that you're all the negative stuff that you're going through, or they could just see it. Sometimes it's hard to kind of pretend to put on a brave face. And sometimes you guys might think that you're doing fine and everything, but some people are perceptive, Pile 2. Some people see more than others. Whereas people see your success, there are people who kind of see your pain as well. They might not come outright and tell you, but they really do feel that there's a lot that you're dealing with, and there's always a lot that you're dealing with. And they are really curious to know what that is. Like, what is it that is bothering you so much? What is it that's going on in your head? That is only something that you can know. But yeah, people do kind of have that impression as well of you. Okay, then we have extremes, the Void, and Krish. Told you, you are capable of doing anything and everything. You are, and we have the Void here. So the Void is like, this empty space. Now when it comes to empty spaces, the potential is limitless. You can do whatever you want with an empty space, with the Void, right? You can fill it with you can fill it however you want with whatever you want. When you see a blank canvas, it's like full of possibilities, right? And that is exactly the impression people have of you, a pile 2, that you are capable of doing anything and everything. You can go, you have the potential to rise to the top, like the extreme top, because you have the word extremes here. So some people also think that, because we have 5 of Pentacles energy coming through as well for you guys, so some people really think that, when it comes to your success, you get the extreme kind of success. But when the universe is kind of making you go through a downfall or a tough period, that is also extreme. That is not something that, that's not a minor thing. When you deal with changes in your life has some steep curves there. Either it's a high rise or a really low fall. But that's the thing with you guys. So people really think that and they really do think that you have the potential to do literally anything. And extremes often kind of border on exaggeration as well, right? So this also tells me that when it comes to your success, when it comes to your potential, some people really do kind of have this impression that, when your potential is just, no one can really figure it out because it's limitless. It's completely up to you how much success you want in life. You really have the potential to one day rule the world if it's possible. If it's possible for you guys, if it's destined for you guys, pile 2. That's what people think, that one day you'll be the king or the queen of the world itself. Because they really do think that you have that potential, that you are that talented, you are that successful, and you are that blessed. And also with the creation here, yep, this is another limitless thing coming through. And with the magician energy, you're so creative, a pile 2. That's another thing that people believe about you, that you're super creative. You can do anything that you set your mind to, and you do it in a very interesting way as well, right? So this is all I have for you, pile 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what lasting impression people have of you. Okay, so we have Strength, the Devil in reverse, 2 of Cups, King of Swords in reverse, and the Emperor. Interesting. Very interesting. Pile 3. First of all, Strength and the Devil in reverse. People's impression of you is of a very strong, mentally strong individual, even though King of Swords is in reverse, but we'll get to that later. But over here, I'm really, because the devil is like more like, ensnaring the mind and kind of stealing your willpower and kind of controlling some psychological aspects of you, right? So this card popping up in reverse and you guys can see there's this infinity symbol on the skull's head. So this clearly tells me that, according to people, you are one strong, powerful individual. And they also understand that, no one can try and control you. No one should even try, because it's going to be useless. You are the owner, and you are the one who gets to decide what to do with their lives. So people who are thinking they can control you, they really shouldn't waste their energy, because it's never going to happen. You will always do whatever you think is right. Whatever it is that you want, you will go for that. So people really, you are not someone who can ever be someone's puppet. With the Emperor energy coming through, people also think that, you should be you're someone who should have their own business, who should be their own boss. You are someone who deserves to have their own business empire, because you cannot be comfortable working as an employee. So even if you are an employee at this stage, people often wonder, like, if they get to know that you're an employee, they're like, how in the world can they work under someone else? How can pile 3 do that? Some people get confused on that, but obviously you have your own reasons to work. You have your own responsibilities to take care of, so that's understandable. But according to people, if it's possible for you, you should have your own business, because that is where you will thrive. Because trying to control you, it's not gonna help. So On the other hand, with this strength card here, like I was saying, you're so strong psychologically, and it's hard for you to get influenced by people, pile 3. So the thing is, some people might even say that you're very stubborn. I'm getting Taurus vibes. I'm not saying the Taurus are stubborn, but just getting that sign in my head. So if you're a Taurus, let me know. But anyway, some people just think that you're incredibly stubborn, and that you don't listen to anyone. Your willpower is super strong, and some people also wish that they could have that kind of willpower, because some people feel controlled in their life. They people around them, they don't let them do anything. People around them try to bring them down just so they can control them, right? Maybe life circumstances are such that they cannot do what they want, whatever the reasons are. But people think that I wish I could have pile 3's willpower. I wish I could be as strong as pile 3. I wish I could be as brave and courageous as pile 3, because if I was, then all these problems standing before me, they wouldn't have mattered. I wouldn't have kind of felt like a failure and everything. Like, people just really want your strength, and they really think that you are an incredibly strong individual, because some people might have witnessed you in a not so good period of your life, and when they saw you in that time, in that phase, they were really impressed with the way you handled the problems, and that kind of stuck with them. So whenever they're thinking of you, they think of that time when you bravely battled all the obstacles standing in your way. So that's why they're just like, I wish I could have pile 3's strength. On the other hand, with the 2 of Cups here, people think you're very desirable. I don't know. I just got this message that people think you're very desirable, that you're very good looking, and you're a magnet for people. Everybody wants to be with you. That's what people think. Okay, that's the impression. Because you might have a lot of admirers out there, pile 3. And obviously there will be admirers who will never confess to you, to your face. They will never tell you how they feel. But it could be that those admirers of yours, they might have told the other people how they feel about you. So according to the people, you're someone who's highly desirable. Everybody wants to be with you. Everybody has a crush on you. Everybody, they know, whoever has told them, they just think that, there's everybody who thinks you are attractive, and everybody just wants to be with you. You have a good personality, and you are worth, loving. They think that, people think that you deserve all the love. And they also think that you will make the perfect partner, pile 3. You have the potential to be the perfect partner out there. Maybe because you're so respectful of others. Maybe you are very understanding when it comes to people, very empathetic, very kind, loving, generous. So people, whenever they're looking at you, whenever they're thinking about you, they're like, yeah, pile 3 would have made a good partner. I should have told them. I should have told them how I felt. I should have asked them out. So I feel like there are some regrets there as well, with the King of Swords in reverse, the Devil in reverse. I feel like some people really think that you are the one that got away. You have that energy where people actually regret kind of letting you go, where they regret that not telling you how they felt. So because they really wanted that, they really wanted to be with you, spend time with you, experience life with you, and now they don't have that chance, and they regret that, pile 3. Anybody who hasn't told you how they truly feel about you, they regret that at that point, and they're just like, I can't believe it that I wasn't smart enough to tell them. Because this King of Swords is in reverse, so Swords is communication. This being in reverse, I feel like it's just, I'm getting this message that it's just lack of communication. So somebody or some people just never told you how much they admired you and how much they adored you. Now that you're not there, they're just looking back and just going like, yeah, that was the one I liked. Pile 3 was that one person I really genuinely liked. On the other hand, with the Emperor here, Some people have this impression of you, pile 3, that you're very bossy, you know. Some people might even go as far as to say that you're very controlling, you know, because maybe you are the eldest in your family, and you have to take responsibility. Or it could just be that even if you're not the eldest, but you look around and you see that people are not taking responsibility, so you have no choice but to take responsibility, right? It's not like you ask for it. It's just that you can see there's nobody doing it, so you're like, okay, fine, I'll do it. But people don't know that, right? So people just see you doing everything, taking charge, delegating a work. So people just kind of assume, and they kind of have this impression of you that you're very bossy. And you know, some people of course will go as far as to say that you're very controlling. But but the thing is that, you know, some people also think that, you know, you, even if you're bossy, it's good because you'll make a good leader. Some people really have this impression of you that if you take charge, things happen, you know. You get the work done. You tell people, okay, this is what you have to do, this is what you don't have to do, and you make sure everybody does their work. So people admire that about you, and people really think that you have the potential to be a good leader. But on the other hand, like I was saying, people really think that you should have your own business, that you should be your own boss, because you're someone nobody can control. And if you're working, people can also understand that you are letting the boss kind of, you know, tell you what to do. But if it was up to you, you would never kind of let that happen. I think that's the case with like everyone, but I don't know, it's more like prominent in your pile. So people are like, you're better off as a leader, and people just automatically, when they see you, they get this vibe that, you know, you're someone who has to take the leadership position often, or you're just someone who's like really bossy, someone who likes to be in control. But the thing is that you get the job done, you know. You don't just sit around and tell people what to do. You also do the work, and you get the work done. All right, we have 6 of Pentacles here, King of Swords. Okay, now it's upright. Then we have 9 of Wands, 3 of Wands. Okay. Ace of Wands. Okay, so Wands energy coming through. All right. Also, we have the Emperor here, so fire signs as well. I was initially getting Taurus energy from these cards, but now with all these cards, I'm just getting some fire signs as well. Anyway, with the 6 of Pentacles and the King of Swords, people have this impression of you, pile 3, that yes, you are generous with your wealth, with your money. When it comes to helping people, you're always there for them. You never turn anybody away when they come to help, ask you for help, okay? And that's this message I got for pile 1 as well. But the difference with you guys, pile 3, is that you don't give it your all. You know, you don't just give all of your money to somebody else. If somebody's coming to you for help, you're like, okay, I'm going to give you this much. I'm going to keep this much for myself. You know, so some people really think that when it comes to money, when it comes to finances and managing money and finances, you are really good at that. If somebody could kind of assign you as their treasurer, pile 3, they would. They would actually do that because they know that they can trust you with their money, first of all, and they also understand that, you know, you'll be able to manage their money really well. So if people, and I feel like with this King of Swords and 6 of Pentacles, a lot of people also come to you for financial advice. They ask you constantly whether they should buy something or not, whether they should invest in something or not. They will come to you for that kind of advice, nobody else. It's you who gets that honor and that respect and that trust from people. People will easily talk to you, and I feel like that's what people do most of the times. They talk to you about money matters, and you're just like, can't you talk about something else? But people mainly talk about money matters because that is one of their main concerns, and they know that talking to you about it will give them the best results. Like you will give them the best advice. So people really trust you in that aspect, pile 3. And they really, if they're thinking about you years down the line, they're thinking back to you, they will be like, yeah, that person knew how to work with money, that person knew how to make smart investment. Pile 3 knew all of that. And if I could kind of, partner up with them, because we have 2 of cups here as well. So people would love to get into like a business partnership with you guys as well, pile 3, because they know that you will make the smart financial decision when it comes to the company, and you will make sure that your partner is benefiting from that partnership as well as you are. You will not kind of mess around or be like, make the wrong decision so that either you or your partner gets all the benefits or something. Not like that. You will make sure that all the finances are running extremely smoothly. All right. Then we have 9 of Wands here. This also kind of is giving me the impression, also with this strength card here, like I was saying, people have this strong impression of you, pile 3, that you are so strong and so brave, super brave. Life has thrown some serious stuff at you, major stuff at you, and you have overcome all of that. And sometimes I feel like you guys don't even talk about the things you have been through, because you know that if somebody else heard you, they will be like, how in the world are you standing here in front of us? Some people will just outright dismiss it. They will be like, this is unbelievable. Nobody can handle all that you have endured. Some people really would not believe you if you actually told them all that you have been through, a pile 3, but you have, and you have come out on top. And so yeah, maybe that's why you don't like to talk about those things. Maybe that's why this King of Swords is in reverse here as well. You don't like to talk about the horrors that you've seen, the problems you've faced in life, because you know that people will never understand. So you're just like, what? I'm just going to deal with the problems that come my way. And I feel like with this card here, people also think that you're very good at dealing with problems, because you are this independent, strong individual. So people just have this impression of you that, yeah, pile 3 is one of the strongest people I know. That's what they think. Then we have 3 of Wands and Ace of Wands. So people have this impression of you, strong impression of you, pile 3, that you have a very bright, successful, progressive future and a progressive life. They really have this opinion that one day you are going to be super successful. You will have everything that you ever wanted. And you have the potential to continuously rise to the top. Like, your life is all about just progress and progress and progress. So when people, if they're, God forbid, if they're going through a tough time and they look back and think about you, they will be envious. They'll be like, pile 3's life is all about progress. They're always moving forward in life. They're always leveling up. Why can't I do that? Why can't the universe kind of give me that life? So there's that twinge of envy that comes through as well for people when it comes to you guys, pile 3, because people want your life. They want to keep moving forward, because people think that, your life is all about progress. They don't know that, there have been times when you felt stuck in life and you had no clue what to do. They just see the outside, the one tiny aspect that they come across when it comes to you guys, and they think that that is your whole life. That is so not true. But anyway, so they really think that, you have whatever it takes. And also with all this fire energy coming through, all this fire stuff here as well, this also tells me that another thing that people kind of believe about you, pile 3, is that they think that you're very passionate, very opinionated as well. Like, you are someone with strong opinions, but you're very passionate and very intense as well. So whatever you do it with all your passion. You give it your all. You do everything so passionately. That sometimes it scares people. It actually scares people, but this also shows that how creative you are as an individual. Right? So we have a focus, realization, and acceptance. I feel like acceptance is kind of giving me the two of cups vibes here. Pile 3, where people just want to be with you and they regret that, they never kind of spoke to you or never told you how they felt, and now they have no choice but to accept the fact that you're not with them and you will never kind of be with them. You have your own life, you have your own people, you have your own partner. So I don't know, I'm just getting this vibe that people just, and but the thing is that if it was possible for them, they would love to have you. People, whenever they think about, they're like, if I could meet pile 3 right now, I would tell them how I feel, and I would love to kind of be in a relationship with them. I would love to be in a partnership with them, something of that sort. But they just want that one chance to talk to you again, pile 3. On the other hand, with the focus card here, like I was saying, maybe people kind of think that you're stubborn and that you don't listen is because you are so focused, because you know exactly what you want. And that's why you don't let anybody else distract you. You're like, no way, I will not let people influence me, because you know exactly what you want, and you keep your focus there. You're not gonna entertain distractions. You're not gonna let anybody influence you and help detract you. You wouldn't let that happen. So your power of focus is commendable, I would say. And then this realization. I just feel like, because there's this keyhole kind of a thing. So you know how tiny a keyhole is, right? Like that's why I was saying, some people really think that you have it all and that you're super successful, super strong, all of that stuff. But they don't realize just how much you have been through, how much time you had to kind of go through all of those difficult things. So they only see that tiny part and they think that is your life, like I was saying. But yeah, so I just feel like if they could unlock the door and enter your life and really witness it, they would realize just exactly like how much you had to endure, how much you had to deal with. Like it's gonna be like a strong realization. And I just feel like with this realization card here that people also have this impression of you that you help others see their potential. You kind of point out people's strengths. You make them see just how talented they are. You make them realize that they're just as special as they consider you. So so people, if they're thinking back about you, they'll be like, pile 3 made me realize just how strong I am. Pile 3 made me see my own talents, right? So pile 3, this is all I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.